93% of companies invest in design to help their brand stand out from competitors, yet over 94% of users will reject a website based on poor design. The web design market alone is projected to reach $100 billion by 2031. But here's the paradox. While the demand is growing, breaking into the industry has never been harder, with over 50% of Americans utilizing generative AI. Competition is extremely intense. Standing out requires more than just making things look aesthetic. It's about proving that you can solve real business problems. And that's where so many beginners get stuck. In order to get hired, you need a portfolio. To have a portfolio, you need meaningful projects. But in order to get those meaningful projects, you need to be hired in the first place. It's an impossible loop that millions of designers are stuck in. That's where Rebooted comes in and breaks the cycle. We help designers by giving them curated prompts from small businesses, with the goal of building skills through practice. Someone posts a confusing menu, an outdated logo, or a clunky website. Then designers in our community redesigning it, practicing design theories, and getting portfolio work. Instead of working on made-up mock projects that employers ignore, you're solving real problems with real constraints. Right now, the current market competes in three crowded spaces. First, we have freelance platforms, which offer real work but unfortunately demand polished portfolios and need experience for mere beginners. Then we have bootcamps, which offer structure but have a high financial cost tied to them. And finally, prompt generators, which are accessible but often generic and unrealistic. All three of these have the same situations: high cost, high barriers, or extremely low authenticity. This is the red ocean. Using the 4-action framework, here's how Rebooted creates a blue ocean. First, we eliminate generic practice prompts to our curated specific prompts for each business that we handle on our platform. We also eliminate the need for prior professional experience and the dependence on AI, making it extremely hands-on and beginner-friendly. We also raise exposure to real-world constraints, as we encourage beginner designers to learn through doing instead of just having templates or tutorials like other platforms. We also raise accessibility to real business problems and credibility of portfolio work, as they're learning to handle with actual businesses and not just fake mock projects. We also reduce the financial barriers to zero, and also the intimidation for beginners, as it's extremely easy to use. And the time to build portfolio is the difference between months to days. Create something entirely new, a pre-professional design marketplace and a bridge between education and freelancing. Beginners build real portfolios without needing to be hired first, and businesses get the fresh creative help without paying the agency prices. Learning happenings through action and not just tutorials. Using the 3 tiers of non-customer framework, Tier 1 is our soon-to-be non-customers. These are students currently using generic platforms but feel frustrated. Then we have Tier 2, refusing non-customers. These are mostly students who looked at freelancing or bootcamps and said no because they're often too competitive or way too expensive. Tier 3 is students, student organizations, and micro-businesses who have never entered the design marketplace at all. These include high school clubs with hand-drawn flyers or nonprofits with outdated branding. Using the buyer utility map, we identify hidden pain points and create exceptional utility. For designers using our platform, they have zero financial risk. You can sign up in mere seconds and build your portfolio 10 times faster than landing clients. You can work whenever and wherever and get extremely fast community feedback and recognition. For the small businesses submitting the prompts, you don't need to do any upfront payments, and you have fresh creative perspectives from a designer side. Here's how it works. First, you pick a challenge. Choose from realistic design briefs based on actual small businesses that need a refresh. Then, you simply design your solution. Use your favorite tools to create a redesign. This could be Figma, Canva, or even Adobe. But there's just one rule: no templates and no AI. Only use your skills. Then you can share and get feedback, upload your work, explain your choices, and learn from our community. And for small businesses, you can simply upload your prompt using our comprehensive survey, which asks you detailed questions about your business. Then we'll take that and upload it to our platform. Revenue streams include designer subscriptions for premium curated briefs, mentorship and feedback tiers, and feature placement options for businesses, such as weekly or even monthly design challenges. But Rebooted isn't just a marketing opportunity for me. It came with my own personal struggles as a student designer. I wanted real projects, but many people told me that I needed experience first. I practiced on a lot of fake prompts that didn't really matter and ultimately ended up getting nowhere. Then I saw small businesses around my community struggling with design help. But most of them couldn't afford it because it was too expensive, or they didn't have access to proper designers from the community. That's why I built Rebooted. So whether you're a designer looking to improve or a small business who's in need, it's your chance to reboot design. I'm Rashida Guturi. Thank you so much for watching my pitch.